Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
You're finally back from your 3-week jaunt to the Redneck
So,
Riviera?
yeah, that's right. I'm back. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
I really, for the first time in a very long time, I barely worked out and I truly, truly ate like garbage every single day. And I got back on the scale. I put on 2 pounds and I could see it in my fat face.
Yeah, but 2 pounds is not bad because you were gone for at least like 17 to 34 days. Yeah.
Right. Right. Um,
No, 2
how,
pounds is not bad, dude. Seriously.
right. Before we begin, just word around the campfire is you went to a prominent engagement party on Saturday night.
Yes.
And yes, and from what I was told, the groom was gifted with a very nice
Yeah.
Rolex watch. True?
Yeah. So in the my wife is Persian, and
Yeah,
so her cousin Ariella got got engaged uh to a very nice white fellow. They call him a Sefid in Farsi. Larry. And, so the custom is at so everything Persians do is, like, over the top, as you know. So,
right,
all the parties, get-togethers, everything is, like, times 10.
right.
So a Persian engagement party, they have a custom where each family side of the family, they present jewels to the bride or the groom. And, they're
Yeah,
playing music and dancing around.
yeah. Indian families they do that
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Ariella got some bracelets and some jewels, and Larry got his first Rolex, which was an absolute beaut.
Date just with a blue dial.
They just yeah. I think it's a older model,
Right.
um, but brand new because I don't think they have the navy blue Date
Right.
Just with oyster right now,
Right.
but maybe they do. But
Um,
it was awesome.
I bet. I was a few years ago. I was at a rather posh hotel. Ran into an older gentleman whose daughter was getting married at the venue at the hotel. And so I said, "Oh, how are things going?" He was wearing a nice watch. I had on a nice watch. We started talking watches. And he says, I got a Rolex for my future son-in-law, like as a gift to like joining the family."
Ooh.
And I said, "Sir, I have a question for you." Cause he's like, "Are you here with your girlfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I have a question for you." And I'm like, "Okay, what's the question?" And I said, "Do you have any other daughters?" Because I was just ready to just turn in all my chips, get
Yeah.
engaged with daughter, pick up a Rolex, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And, no, I mean, I feel like I need a redo. Why aren't we doing this
Yeah.
at white engagement parties? Like,
Right. I'm
where's my
thinking about now, maybe I should just dump Leslie and then just try to find like a Persian girl, you know? And then just get the Rolex and then just jump back out, you know?
well, we could just switch for a while. You could,
Yeah.
marry Holly, I'll stay with Leslie for a while, and then we'll just switch back.
Okay. I'm sure they would love that. They would
They would
absolutely
love
love
it.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody,
Yeah,
welcome to Give to Watch. I'm Danny. This is Seth. We are here today to do Fargo, the
Fargo.
classic mid 90s thriller, if you will. Not really, but
I mean, yeah, I would call it I don't know, like a crime comedy?
dark comedy with crime, but certainly one of the Coen brothers' uh, best films, among their best. Yeah, no
Yeah, I
doubt.
have a hard time deciding which one I like the best, but yeah.
Yeah. Put William H. Macy on the map, brought everybody's attention. Frances McDormand, she won Best Actress for this, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, great film. I can't remember where I saw it. What was it,
No.
96? I can't remember where I saw I was in LA at that time. It was right before I left for Michigan, I believe.
Yeah, by the way, this is our, 7th film that we've done,
Mhm.
and I think 6 of them have been
In the 90s.
90s movies.
I know. We gotta maybe do, but we're just doing the best movies, in my opinion, or the
Yeah,
best movies for this
I
show and the best movies in general.
I think the '90s was the best, but I wonder if we're biased towards the formative years of our lives being like,
Yeah.
we're in our 20s and that's when we're becoming adults, and I think it was a perfect storm of, like, the best art, um,
Yeah.
and the time of our life, and it really made an impression. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's movies in the '80s and '70s when we're growing up that we
Yeah.
love, Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark and all that shit,
Right.
Jaws, but as an adult, getting into, like, really adult movies with adult themes and that kinda thing, and it was
That's
just a
right.
yeah.
No, I agree. I agree.
But yeah, this is the first, um not the first movie, but the one that I think put them on the map as like a real force, like top of the food chain directors, the Coen brothers? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what
You
they had
got
Miller's Crossing and
yeah.
Barton Fink and when did
Well,
Lebowski is what really
Lebowski's after, right? But
that
they started
right?
with Blood Simple was either their first movie or the first one that got acclaim, and
Mhm.
then they actually have a few, so Raising Arizona, Miller's Crossing, Barton
Raising
Fink.
Arizona, that was yeah, that was a
Yeah, Barton Fink,
mhm, yeah.
Hudsucker Proxy.
I saw the Hudsucker Proxy actually.
Yeah, Tim Robbins.
Don't worry, can't tell you one thing,
No.
not one thing. I know there's
Mm,
something about Muncie, Indiana. That's it. I can't tell
yeah,
you one thing.
yeah. But
That's
this
it.
one, I think this one made them famous because they got
Yeah,
nominated for
yeah, this was like a beloved movie, I think, especially for
7
people movies.
7 Academy Award nominations.
Mhm,
And then,
mhm.
Frances McDormand won, and it won Best Screenplay.
Yeah,
But,
I think next to Meryl Streep, she's, like, won the most didn't she win for, like, 3 billboards and a baby? What's it called?
3
3
billboards
Missis
outside Ebbing,
outs
Mississippi. Yeah.
yeah, 3 billboards and Mississippi stuff, whatever. Good movie.
She has 3. She has 3. And also Nomadland.
Right, so
Yeah,
3.
dude, she's I
She's
think I think Katharine Hepburn
and Meryl Streep
has 4 3 or 4,
Sophie's Choice,
5.
Kramer versus Kramer, Best Supporting Actress. What else?
Um,
You know, I should actually do some research for this show. Like, all this is off the top of my head. Like, I should actually
no,
just, like,
that's
just,
good. I mean, I
you know?
did some research, but I didn't look into the McDormand stuff. I think sometimes you don't wanna be too rehearsed with the research.
Right,
And
right.
also we're a couple of candy ass baboons, so I think
Right,
sometimes
right.
we gotta
So we
like
should stick to that and just maybe we'll just make some shit up. We make some shit up as we go along,
yeah, but she's up there. She's like either the
No,
se
she's
like
definitely up there. I love her. I thought this was a tremendous performance. It's so understated. I mean, she was so like, uh,
yeah,
I don't really know how to put it. It's like she didn't. It wasn't overacting, but the accent obviously overtook a lot of that and like her disposition, and she was just like kind of sing-songy little thing moving through the movie, and then somehow like a brilliant detective, but like a really really good detective, and
yeah,
just kind of stumbled into not stumble. I mean, she just followed all the leads and very calmly and rationally put it all together. Some
yeah,
small town chief of police, you know?
you're right. There's a lot going on in the performance, and the movie, just in terms of, I think subtle acting, and then there's,
Yeah.
like, the overt world creation, which is a big thing for me, is
What do you mean
this
by that?
well, it feels like another world, doesn't it?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
the accents, the custom, the culture, the climate, the landscape,
Yeah.
it's so specific to that area, um, and I can't remember watching a movie where that upper Midwest accent, that's slightly Canadian, slightly something else, right?
Yeah.
In North Dakota, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez.
Yeah, and it's so prominent, it's in your face. It's not
Yeah,
like,
right.
you know,
No, every scene, yeah, no, they 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 really
every character, but
yeah.
I feel like I'm transported to another world. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like I could be like I'm in Westeros. Like, this
Right.
is not obviously not like that, but it's just I think it created a world that you just get
Yeah.
sucked into, and it's like
Yeah.
taking me on this fairy tale crime noir thriller that's
Right.
just funny and, like, disturbing and gory and satisfying.
Yeah.
I I I I hate to throw around the term perfect movie, but
I
it
know
is
what you're
just it's an hour and 40 minutes.
of
There's no
tight
fat, it's
there's no
lean.
f yeah, there's no fat on this on this bum, you know?
going through trying to pick scenes to pull clips from, and it's really like every scene. You could
Right.
you could pull a clip from every single scene.
All right, let
And
me ask, this is a question
yeah,
that was kind of burning on my mind. It started in the beginning of the movie where they do a little narrative, the written narrative that's based on a true story,
right.
and says that the names have been changed, but that this took place in 1987 or 89 or whatever in in Minneapolis or
Yep.
Minnesota or something like that. And then says, but to honor the victims, everything else is exactly how it happened. And then I believe through some half-ass,
It
thinking about it, and it's not based on any sort of true story at all.
No, I forget the exact wording of
Yeah.
the cryon or whatever, but
But it's a
it's,
narrative trick, meaning they were just
yeah,
trying to fool you. Like, you read it, and I was like, "Holy shit, it's based on a true story." And I'm like, "This can't be based on a true story. Like, there's no way
right.
that."
But they took some true crime nibbles and expanded it. So, like, the wood chipper scene at the end,
Yeah.
like, that's taken from a real, um, true crime story. Like
Story,
that,
okay. So some of
and,
those
like,
things.
yeah, and, like, the Jerry Lundegaard, there was, like, a
Yeah.
fraudulent scheme at a, you know,
Car
car dealership.
dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Yep.
just took a couple things, and it's a jumping off point for this whole thing.
Now, I
Um,
don't know if you're gonna remember this, but also something I noticed for the first time that I never really put together is the opening scene is a car towing another car.
yes.
Is that the Oldsmobile, the Tan Sierra?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
what I thought. Alright.
it's Willie Macy, um, towing the Tan Sierra,
Oh,
and
he's towing the Tan Sierra?
yeah, yeah, and he's bringing it to Carl and Geyer, and it's the interesting.
Right, right. Okay, you're right, because he's delivering the car. How could he have delivered the car and left? That's it. You're right. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
What's also interesting about that scene, the opening scene, is it's the only scene that takes place in Fargo.
Right. Everything else is in the Twin
Yeah.
Cities.
Well, it's in Minneapolis or it's in
Yes.
Brainerd,
Right.
right?
Where there's no real brainer, is there?
Yeah, there is. It's in Minnesota.
Is it home Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's those 2, and Jerry gets caught in Bismarck, but, I had to go and rewatch, I rewatched it a couple times for this, and one of my questions after watching it twice, I think, was, "Why do they call it Fargo? None of it takes place in Fargo." Like, I had missed the
Right.
cry says Fargo, North Dakota
Because
scene,
that just sounds cooler than Minneapolis. Like, you
and
can't name a movie Minneapolis, you know?
well, I would think the other option would be Brainerd, because a lot of
Brainerd,
it
yeah.
takes place in Brainerd, but
Right. Well, I was just hoping that we could take care of this, right here in Brainerd. No, listen, I'm just trying to be in full compliance. I just thought we could just take care of it right here in Brainerd.
yeah.
Mm.
So Buscemi,
Yeah.
uh, what had Buscemi done? So all these guys were kind of new. Frances McDormand hadn't done she was like TV, had done a couple movies. This
Yeah.
made her Frances McDormand.
William
William
H.
A
Macy,
yeah,
breakout
nothing
role.
like
Yeah.
breakout role, and then PTA said, "Thank you, I'll take him."
Right.
Um, Buscemi, he was in Miller's Crossing and Barton Fink, so
And Reservoir Dogs.
and then Reservoir Dogs, right? So, he was like the biggest star of the movie?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the most well-known guy, and really, everyone's just like, "That's the funny guy." Like, the actors in the movie, the characters, and then the people watching. It's like, that's the funny-looking guy,
Right.
you know?
How is he funny looking? Oh, just in a general kind of way.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the cast? Everyone is just
Well, first
fantastic.
of all, I love the smaller players. Like, first you
Yeah.
got Norm, son of a Gunderson,
Yeah.
from who I believe was in Zodiac, the potential killer in Zodiac, right?
Yeah, dude, that's Arthur Lee Allen. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
same.
I'm ashamed
Wait,
I don't know.
a movie that you really hate, which bothers me.
You know
We have
what?
to
I saw it once in the theaters. It's worth let me watch it one more time, and then we'll get back to it.
just
Fair?
watch it a couple more times, but yes.
All right. Um, I love Peter Stormare. Okay.
Oh, man.
Because, and the reason I love him was there was this show on Fox when Fox was just like getting into primetime TV, maybe a little bit after, but called Prison Break. I don't know if
Yeah,
you ever
yeah,
saw it.
yeah.
I love that. I mean, I was addicted to that show. I love
Okay,
that
I
show.
never watched it. I never watched it, but I knew it was a big hit, yeah.
Yeah, and he played a great character in that. I'm like, I fucking love this guy. And then I just always call him Pancake's House. That's just what I would call him. I didn't know what his name was. I was just like, oh, that's Pancake's house. Carl, no, Geir Grimsrud
Yeah, yeah,
and Carl Showalter
yes.
and Carrie Lundegaard.
Where's Pancake's house?
What?
We
Where
stop at
is Pancake's house?
Yeah.
What are you
Just-
nuts? We have pancakes for breakfast.
Where's
Gotta go
Pancakes?
to a place where I can get a shot and a beer and steak, maybe. Not more fucking
look at that look.
pancakes. Come on.
Yeah. So he's an intense dude. You know what I mean?
I mean, he
He was great in Armageddon. He had the smallest part in Armageddon. He was
yeah,
great
dude,
in that.
he's awesome.
Dude,
Awesome.
he's on. So he's like a kind of not as good looking Bruce Willis from Fifth Element,
Yeah, it's like if you
or Rafe was walking by while I was watching the movie, and he's like, "Wow, that guy's like a puffed up, not as good looking Ryan Gosling." I'm like, that could be that too,
it's like if you took Bruce Willis
Yeah,
and just like kind of just stretched out his face and some of the
yeah,
features, you know what I mean?
right, yeah,
Put a bunker on him.
right,
Uh, but yeah, like not a bad looking guy.
right.
Very, very intense in this.
But
Like,
where Grimm's no, but he doesn't say like, "Hey, let's go get some pancakes," or "Where is the Pancake's house?" It's
Right.
"Where's Pancake House?"
well, exactly. That's the question. He has a bit of an accent. Like,
Right.
is he fresh off the boat from Scandinavia?
Maybe, yeah, that's what it seems like.
Because everyone there is somehow from Scandinavia, Sweden.
Yeah.
What I
Right.
mean, you got Lundegaard, Gunderson, Gustafsson,
Gustafson,
Grim,
yeah.
Grimsrud.
Grimsrud, right?
Everyone's. I feel like I'm in a Hans Christian Andersen tale. It's nuts.
Now I need to come back to this, and I'm gonna come back to it later because I need to spend some time talking to you about it. But do you know who my favorite character in the whole movie is?
Mike Yanagita.
Yeah. You too?
What I mean? I mean, you're such a super lady. It's just
I'm so lonely. It's actually really sad. Like he does such a good job in those 5 minutes of, where
yeah,
he's like, oh, okay, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, Marge.
yeah.
You
Oh,
I'm so lonely. You're such a super lady. Yeah, I mean, he's just so fucking creepy and sad.
yeah. I want it. Let's get into it
Let's,
later.
all
More.
right, let's get.
Because we got to spend more time on it. But yes,
All right,
Mike
yeah.
Yanagita.
So Mike Natagita. Yeah, okay, so we agree on that. I love Norton Son of the Gunderson.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I loved when I love how Showalter and Grimsrud, when they meet Jerry in the bar to set up the whole thing, and they just like instead of being professionals and being like, okay, you're paying us money, we're going to kidnap this woman. Okay, here's where we meet. All right, over. They like want to get into it. They're like, why are you doing this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're kidnapping and you're going to pay the ransom. He's like, no, my father-in-law is going to pay, the ransom, whatever. He's like, what do you need the money for? He's like, well, I got into some trouble. He's like, yeah, well, what kind of trouble? It's like, I'm not going to get into that now. And he's like, well, why don't you ask your wife for the money? No, why don't you ask your father-in-law for the money? And he's like, or your wife, And it's like, they're trying to like guilt this guy into doing, like, what if he just walked down and said, you know what? That's a good idea. Fuck this. I'm not giving you the job. I'm going to go ahead and ask my father-in-law. Thanks for the tip.
Right.
Like they were very, they were like almost trying to talk him out of it in some way, like figure out what's going on with this guy, and then,
Yeah, I mean,
you got the great,
yeah.
yeah, and then
I
you got
think
the great lines.
I think Buscemi's. I don't think Gare, or is it Geyer or Gare?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll call him
Great.
Geyer. I don't think he cares. I think Buscemi is just trying to wrap his head around what this is to make sure
Right.
it's
And
legit.
he's just very big on, I'm not going to debate you, Jerry. I'm not going to debate. I'm not going to sit here and debate
Right. But
anything.
yeah,
And then,
but
go ahead.
Jerry's like, that's personal business.
No, yeah,
Like,
these are personal matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's really good stuff. So yeah, I love Pancake's House, the alternate Bruce Willis slash chunkier Ryan Gosling.
Ca
Um,
can we talk about the cinematography for a
yeah,
second?
sure.
Because immediately you just get painted with this white landscape, right?
Yes.
It
Right.
totally like, it just takes you to another world, and it's Roger Deakins, who's, like, maybe the GOAT,
Who
and
who is he?
he became the
What is he?
Coen,
Oh, okay,
but
got it.
Coen plucked him out of obscurity for Barton Fink, and then he did Shawshank, Roger
So
Deakins.
he worked with Darabont and brought him in
Yeah,
on that?
and then he just becomes the Coen guy
Yeah.
and did all the Coen Brothers movies and all these other movies. He's, like, one of the most famous guys now. But I just love, the cinematography in this.
Yeah, I
And
mean, there's something really the cold, empty, broad landscape, the cloudy
yeah,
sky, like, do you remember the movie Flirting with Disaster?
of course, a great one.
So it all takes place in, like, sunny San Diego in the beginning, and then they fly to Michigan, and it's just this, like, cold wasteland.
Yep.
And I remember going to Michigan, and I went to Michigan in the summer, and then I remember when the winter hit, I'm like, "Shit, I feel like I'm in Fargo," you know?
Yeah. I know. It's crazy. Anyways, I just wanted to shout out
Oh, yeah, no, that's good stuff. Let me ask you a
yeah,
question that can't be answered.
yeah.
I want somebody to explain to me how Shep Proudfoot and and Gayer Grimsrud, how did they
Yeah,
become friends? Stillwater in prison?
I think so.
It's gotta be that, right?
Yeah, because Geyer is a cold-blooded psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah,
But
and so yeah.
and so is Shep Proudfoot, but how how did it just seemed like Gayer and Carl, you would assume they were friends. They're not friends. They don't even really know each other very well. So where did you think he found him?
Right.
Is the next
Yeah.
question.
He could have found him in prison too, you know what I mean?
Or maybe, but I mean,
But
you just think
it's a good question, but
because with Shep Proudfoot and Grimsrud, you can connect that. They probably did time together at Stillwater. He vouched for him.
right,
But then how did Grimsrud know Carl Showalter Buscemi, and Buscemi does not know Shep Proudfoot? So there's no
right.
connection there. So
Well, they're let's say this. There was probably something in the original script about that,
yeah,
and they just sliced and diced this puppy to make it lean
to
and
make it
mean,
lean and mean.
and you don't
I wouldn't mind like a 3-hour Fargo. I want to see like the unedited
is there a
dailies.
director to it? I
I don't
wonder
know.
if there is.
I wish there was, but well, I don't think there has to be because I think Joel and Ethan Cohen. I think they probably have final cut in
At
their
this
deal.
point, probably because they've got 10 years under their belt.
So I don't think the studio's like, oh, this is too violent. You can't do this. Like, I don't think that's happening to them.
Yeah, you're probably
So,
right. You're probably right.
and then, as you move along, like there's, like you said, every scene has a little something, even scenes that don't mean anything. Like the guy, I mean, how long do you want to sit here and talk about the Truco? You know?
Well,
You,
a couple things before we get there, but
okay.
we're almost there. Um, I just wanna quickly talk about the dynamic between Carl and Geyer,
Yeah. Okay.
and and I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, but it's really cool how they set up the parameters of their relationship very subtly, but you get
Yeah.
it right away, who's who and what the
Right.
different personalities are, you
Right.
know, and Geyer is scary and
Yeah.
and Carl is not.
Yeah. He's more of a clown type criminal.
Right. But you just get it, especially with the
Yeah.
pancakes house scene,
Yep.
and Buscemi wants to chat and Geyer just doesn't. And when
Right.
he looked at you, you know,
Yeah. It was a
he's he
death.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was a
Yeah,
death stint.
yeah. So what about Jerry at home? Because then you get into Jerry comes back home, he drops the car off with them, they take the keys,
Right.
and he comes back home, and his wife is a ball, and I mean ball of energy. She
Yes.
is fidgety and chopping the
Yeah.
food at 100 miles per hour. She's
Right.
talking quick, 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 quick.
And
It's great.
everything is to this heaviest Minnesota accent, Midwestern
Yeah.
accent you could think of.
Yeah.
Dad's here. Dad's
Right.
here. Yeah.
Dad, are you staying for
Yeah.
supper?
Yeah. Yeah. I just can't
Oh,
laugh.
no.
Yeah. I was just, yeah. You gotta love Wade. No, Wade. You gotta love Wade. We'll definitely get into that. But yeah, Jerry at home.
Well,
I just have I think I made a note that it just says Jerry's just the worst. He's just the worst person.
he's the worst, and you get it right away.
Yeah.
Wade doesn't like him.
Right.
Like, this guy's a schmuck.
Right. And then the fucking Truco, the guy with the Truco.
Oh, man.
You're a lawyer. You're a liar, Mr. Go. A fucking liar. Yeah, I mean, for him to say fight and the wife calm down, honey.
Huh?
Yeah, the guy in that when he's buying the car from Lundegar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the wife says calm down or whatever. He's like, well, let me see what I can good news, I can knock $100 off that Truco.
You lied to me, Mr. Lundgaard. You're a bald-faced liar. A fucking liar.
Whoa! Hold the presses.
Where's my goddamn
Yep.
checkbook? Let's get this over with.
Hold the presses. He cursed.
And then he immediately gets the call from the guy about the loan, the serial numbers. I mean,
Is that right? No, there's one scene later on where I think he just finishes the first interview with Marge, so he's already on edge and nervous, and then, or she picks up, he gets a bad phone call, and then right after that, immediately the second call with the,
oh
with the
yeah,
guy,
he's getting deluged, just
just
fucked. Yeah.
left and right. But what a schmuck this guy, Undergard.
Yeah,
I mean,
you just know when the guy calls, that's a great conversation, and the guy's just like, I need the serial numbers. I can't read the serial numbers. He's like, I'll fax it over. No, a fax doesn't work.
right.
I need to send, you just send me it. And you just know Jerry is squirming inside because he's like
Right.
a fucking fraud. And it's just, it's gonna fucking get bad for him. I love that scene.
Yeah, and I just don't know what kind of trouble I don't know how he borrowed money against these cars. Then what did he blow that money on? And then he was going to get money from Wade for this deal.
Yeah.
I guess use the profits from that deal to pay off the fraudulent loans that he took. I mean, who knows? I don't think you're supposed to know. It's just bad.
He's got a lot of balls in the air. If Wade comes through with the money for this one deal, right?
Mhm.
That he's calling off the kidnapping. He's paying back the loan for the cars if that becomes an issue. Because
Right.
because
This deal could save all.
right, but things don't go as planned.
No. Couple questions for you.
Yeah.
Brainerd, you got it's Babe the Blue Ox, home of Paul Bunyan, and there's the Blue Ox Motel. I like that. Grimser and Showalter, he tells him we're gonna get something to eat, whatever, pancakes or whatever it is. Then we're gonna find somewhere. We're gonna go ahead and get laid, So then they cut to a scene of them having sex with these hookers in 2 separate beds, which I just find repulsive. My college roommate did that one time. We had bunk beds, and he fucked a girl right on top of me, and I just had to sit there and eat it. Yeah.
Were you just like under the sheets, your eyes peering like?
Well, it was a bunk bed, so he's up, and I just hear, like that. And
So you're
I'm
just
like,
under the covers.
Jesus. I was shivering in my sheets,
Right.
Yeah, it was no bueno. Shout out to Luftman. That's who it was. Yeah.
Whew.
So, but the thing is, so they're having sex with the 2 girls in the 2 beds, and then it cuts, and you think it's going to cut to another scene, and then it cuts to the 4 of them watching the Tonight Show together, in separate beds, and I'm like, I kind of want to watch the Today Show in bed with a hooker. That's something I've never done before.
Well, the Today Show would be bad because that would be the morning. That means she slept over the whole night. The Tonight Show, that would be something.
Yeah, the Tonight Show. Did I say Today Show?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, what an idiot. Yeah, not the Today Show, the Tonight Show.
Right.
Right. With why did I put Today Show? What an idiot. Tonight Show.
Yeah,
talking about being a candy ass. Imagine watching the Today Show in the morning, but that's for the girlfriends. So Today's Show is for the girlfriends. Tonight Show is for hookers.
Right.
But
Where does
imagine that concept. Like
what
normally,
about
like
what about the Gumar?
yeah, the Gumar that gets your Friday night best, I guess. But imagine the concept of, I mean, I would assume that you pay a hooker and have sex, and I assume you just want to bail. Like once it's over, like get out of here. It's
Yeah.
kind of like when you like would watch porn as a kid and then just be like, ugh, as soon as it's over, like get this away from me. I'm going to hell.
What do you
So
mean what do you mean as a kid? Now.
now, yeah. And so, but to think about like, well, sure, like sit down and stay a while and let's just watch the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
You know,
It's rich. But
that
it
is,
but before that, how about the different humping styles? Okay. So
yeah,
you got you got Carl getting ridden like a bronco, right?
right,
He's riding him and he has no control.
right,
And then the opposite is you got Geyer like on top of her, smushing her down. Like
right.
like he's like an animal, like just
All over the place.
and it's really an interesting way to show the two characters because it's
It
really
is.
two characters.
It is.
Yeah.
And no, but then everything calms down. Flip on the Tonight Show. You
Cut
know,
to Today's
cut
Show with
to yeah.
Katie Couric and Brian Gumbel. Yeah.
Now before that, when they're in the car and the whole scene between them two, in regards to um in regards to the conversation, he's like, yeah, man, you're just a fucking fountain of conversation, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
how would you like it? Just total silence, just complete and total silence. See how
Yep.
you like it. Total
Yeah.
silence. Like he just keeps talking, you
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
And what's his name, says nothing. And then, so then I think the next scene is, I mean, all right. I got to tell you about this. So my dad calls me, whenever I don't pick up the phone, he just accuses me of screaming. Yeah. Like I'm
I think
screaming.
yeah.
Like I should have picked up the call and be like, Dad, I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Right.
So the message is as follows. My message is, you are the biggest screener that could ever exist. 9 out of 10 calls. Anyway, call me back. Bye.
I think every parent just
Yeah.
assumes their kid is screening.
Yeah.
You
But
know what I
I
mean?
don't screen. It's just like, I'll always pick up my dad's call. I talk to my dad quite frequently, but
Yeah.
he's the type of guy where if his phone rings, all hell will break loose before he doesn't answer, before he doesn't answer it. He'll run,
No,
he'll sprint like OJ through the airport in the commercial, leap the couch, crush my mom, push my mom to the ground, to get his phone. And it's just like a telemarketer. And I'm like, was that worth it? Like, did that satisfy you? Has to answer his phone. So he believes everybody else should live by that code.
I live by the opposite code. When my phone rings, it's like the doorbell ringing. Who the hell is that?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Who has the audacity to put my number in their phone and call me?
Yes.
What could you fucking want from me? No, right. I kind of feel the same way. What
Yeah,
could
no,
you fucking want from me?
but there's also you're better. You're definitely better than me at this. Like you'll do phone conversations and like
Yeah.
I really don't like phone conversations. I'd rather talk to you either in person
Yeah.
where you can have a long form thing,
Yeah.
or let's just text until we
Yeah.
see each other in person, and then we'll
Right.
we'll knock it around. I don't know. I'm
Right.
not a phone guy, but it's funny because when we were kids, the doorbell would ring, and you're like, oh, who's at the door? Maybe
Yeah.
it's
Right. Right. Right.
yeah,
Right. It's exciting. Yeah.
yeah. Nowadays, Sebastian Maniscalco has a great bit from his
Yeah.
earlier stuff about
Yeah.
that when he was growing up, and like
Yeah.
the doorbell would ring, and his mom would like, oh, and bring out like a pie, like maybe it's someone, like
Yeah.
a
Right.
fresh.
Right. Yeah. I saw that. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah. I
And
like that.
now, like right
Now.
now,
Right.
if your doorbell ring right
Who
now,
the fuck is that guy?
no, if your doorbell ring right now, you would feel like a little bit of sense of alarm.
No, if
Like,
my doorbell rang right now, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" I'd be like,
right.
"Who?" I'm peering, between the blinds, like a real old timer. and get
exactly.
off my lawn, you know?
With a
Don't
with
make
a
me
ba
go get my gun, you know?
Yeah,
You know
anyways.
one time, just I know we're getting way off track, but one time Cody was visiting me when I lived in a, let's call it a transitional part of town. And I had a new baby and a wife and all of that. And some crackhead came to my door and like was like banging on my front door. And I was like, you need to like go away, like get out of here, you know? And he just wouldn't leave. So I went upstairs and I got my shotgun. I opened the blinds and I just wrapped it on the door and cocked it and gone, just gone.
Yeah, that's funny. That's one step further than what happened to me, but something similar a few years ago here when we had the homeless problem in Canton
Hmm.
down Venice.
Hmm.
And, I'm just, I'm on my couch and, like my couch, I'm watching TV
You could
and you
see the
can just
window right next to your door, right?
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
and it's nighttime and I hear the shuffling and I see this like absolute ghoul like approach my door, like a zombie and
Hmm.
just knocks on the door and keeps knocking. And I'm looking, I look through the window and it's just some dude, like zombie, homeless, who
Yeah.
knows what the fuck. And I'm
Right.
like trying to get rid of this guy. And he just stares at me through the window, like, which is eerie. So,
Yeah.
and Holly's freaking out in the background. She's like, should we call the cops? Should we call the cops? And I went, I don't have a shotgun or a gun. I went and got my bat and I just rattled my bat in
Yeah.
front, in front of him. Still
Yeah.
wouldn't leave
Wow. It's got
until
balls.
and then I shut the window, turned on the alarm, opened up the window and the alarm went off and then he shuffled off.
Got it.
But it happens.
Right. And people say like, anytime anybody asks, like, are you comfortable having a gun in the house and all that? I just spring out the boys in the hood, you know? What am I supposed to do? Some fool rolls up on me, I'm gonna smoke him, you know? And
Yep.
and trust him, I will. Um, that said, we are back to Jerry's the worst. They go and kidnap Gene. Heck do you mean? Gene. Um, he gets Grimsred gets bitten. She bites him. And
Yeah.
then he says, I need unguent. The fuck is unguent?
No idea, bro.
You know what? I'm looking it up right now. I should have done it the other day, but I'm looking it up now. What the hell's unguent?
Really,
Unguent.
Tom, I
It's
know
like
you've heard about it.
Unguent.
What?
I need unguent.
I need unguent. So this right here, this
Yeah.
next part of this scene is maybe my favorite scene in the whole movie.
What, when he figures it out?
No, but the way I all of a sudden just she shrieks right through the goddamn curtain,
Right.
and it just sticks to her, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that so much. I always laugh my ass off when that happens.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
Yeah.
So just real quick, an unguent is a soothing, semi-solid preparation like a salve or ointment applied topically to the skin.
Okay.
Purpose: protective barrier to lock in moisture and suspend active medicinal ingredients.
Yep.
Derived from the Latin word unguentum, to smear or anoint. So it's obviously some kind of ointment. We knew that, but that's the difference between like the Coen brothers as writers and other people, and like Tarantino and those guys, that they'll just come up with something very specific that nobody will know. Like, you're not noticing unguent the first time you're watching like, what do you say? Like, you're what?
You
And
you
then
have to watch it 5 times and play it back. I didn't
right,
understand what he was saying.
right, right.
I thought it was Swedish for,
Neosporin.
Neosporin.
It's a Swedish Neosporin, unguent.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Um, So then I love. I used to use this all the time when Jerry goes in to talk to Wade and Stan Grossman.
Yeah.
Okay, and he goes in there and and he's excited because they're saying that this deal looks pretty sweet, and shit. If Stan Grossman's going to sign off on it, you got something,
Yep.
because that's going to get Wade excited and right on board.
Yep.
We're not a bank, Jerry. I mean, they just check him, and he's like, well, I guarantee your money. He's like, I'll give you a 1 over prime. Like just trying to cut a deal. There's been many times where I was negotiating a mortgage for my house. And I'm like, you need to get me this loan. Heck, I don't know, 1 over prime. And they're like, yeah, we can't do that. Like, interest rate is this million times I've used that.
It's amazing. But Stan says we're not a bank, Jerry, not once, but twice in that scene.
Right.
I love it.
You
And-
can't
and-
get past Stan Grossman. You can't get past him.
No. But also, both him and Wade, they have a point here. See?
Yeah.
Like, why are they giving him $700,000 as a loan?
Right. It's like, do you want to help out your son-in-law is really what it comes down to. I need
Well-
to borrow the money from you. But heck, I'd go down old whatever at someone bank and heck FDIC,
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and then you say, if you're not going to move on it, well, I assume you wouldn't be. It's like, no, I need to know your fee. A finder's fee. Finder's fee is what? Heck, 10%?
Yeah.
No, I need the whole amount, because he does need the whole amount. And then he goes back to his car and starts scrubbing the ice and then just loses it.
What's great about that scene is William H. Macy gives an amazing performance in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
unbelievable. And it's all on his face, man, when he's, we're not a bank, Jerry. And then I hope you don't mind if we move on
We move.
this. And
Right.
just the life draining out of his face. You just
Right.
see it on
He
his
is
face.
he is a trapped animal with nowhere to go.
Yeah. And by the way, when he's coming out to chip the ice off his car,
Yeah.
he is wearing the biggest jacket
Like a
anyone
Gore-Tex
Yeah.
puffy
anyone
coat.
has ever seen in the history of mankind. That jacket is massive.
Oh, man.
But yeah, he's just
So we find Carl Showalter and Grimsrud, and they get pulled over on the side of the road there.
I mean, this is the centerpiece of the movie, right?
Buscemi's all bluster and confidence. I got this. Hey, pipe down back there to Gene. Don't say a word or we'll have to, shoot you. It's very matter of fact. Hey, officer, how are you? Or can you, tell me why you pulled me over, whatever it is? And he's like, yeah. He's like, is there a reason you don't have your tags displayed? And he starts giving the whole thing. He's like, license registration. Sure. Hands the wallet, $50 bill, just poking out. Just thought, I want to be in full compliance. I should have put those tags on, but I just thought we could just take care of this right here in Brainerd. This cop's not buying it. He's a goody two shoes cop. He starts getting suspicious. Flashlight, going around. Buscemi tries it again. Take care of it right here in Brainerd, and then freaking Grimsrud.
Yep.
Just head smash, bullet to the head.
Done.
Now he's dragging the body back to put it in the car, and the witnesses drive by. Now I want you to answer something for me.
Yes.
Why did the Coen brothers try to slip in Louis Anderson in that car?
I'll go. That's good. I'll go one further. I think the driver could be a child, and it could be Chunk from fucking Goonies. Like that guy.
It's either Chung from Goonies or Louis Anderson, or if Louis Anderson DNA meshed with Chunk,
Yes.
who, by the way, is some kind of like entertainment lawyer now or something.
Chunk is?
Yeah, he looks like a normal, kind of like a normal dude, But anyway, if they mash in together,
Yep.
I see more Louis Anderson. I could certainly see Chunk, but what an interesting casting choice.
I don't know. One of my notes was that the driver of that car could be like 14 or 45. Yeah.
Don't know.
I
You just don't know.
And the passenger, I think, is a teenager with braces. This girl.
Yeah. No,
I don't
but
know.
yeah, I gotta tell you, that was everything seemed. This did not seem like a very, while it was a grounded movie, it did seem had like an aura of like fantasticalness to it, if that's the right word. Like, I am not imagining everything happening the way in real life that would happen, but
Right.
that scene where he shoots the girl in the car and she's just hanging upside down and whatever, um, I actually really felt that made me feel really bad. Like I
Yeah.
hated fucking like that was just bad. Like, not that I
Yeah.
didn't feel bad for the cop, but it's like that's part of the movie, and
Right.
but for him to shoot Louis Anderson in the back and then kill the kid in the car, like that guy's a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Right. But here's the thing. Geyer will
Mhm.
do what it takes to get shit where like he'll go to the end, like if he needs to. And he's not gonna leave any loose ends.
No,
And
look how many people he killed for $40,000.
he's a psycho, man.
Oh, he really
He
is.
really is.
Yeah,
This is another question I had for you. I don't know if this
yeah,
is the time to bring it up, but might as
yeah.
well. I feel like at some point, Geyer Grimsrud decided Carl's not gonna make it out of here alive. I'm gonna kill Carl at some point,
I
right?
no, I disagree, but okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
then the question is, he obviously decided at the end, or not. He didn't obviously decide. He obviously did it, right? He killed Carl. The question is, did he always know that he was going to kill Carl, or was it just because he didn't split the Tan Sierra with him? You know what I
I
mean?
I I think to stay consistent with his character, which is this absolute psychopath who can flip on you on a fucking dime and just doesn't think 2 fucking steps ahead. I mean, to fucking
I don't know. Yes, he did because he killed the bystanders because
he had to. He's just reacting to the environment that's around him. He's
right.
not sitting there formulating some master plan. Whatever fucking happens, he's just gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
So, he was cool. If Buscemi gave him that car and gave him the money, it's over. He's just taking it, whatever. Why does he need to kill somebody unnecessarily? I mean, the person that he brought in and split the money with. But because Buscemi called him an asshole and gave him such a fucking hard time, he's like, well, fuck you. And then I'm just going to fucking take you out.
I don't know. You're probably right. I just the way he looks at Buscemi in a few of these scenes,
Yeah.
and I'm just and I'm like, I wonder if he decided this guy's
Gonna,
gonna die.
well, look, I don't want this to turn into another Peachtree Dance situation like we did in There Will Be Blood, where I'm fucking humiliated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Humiliated.
yeah. You were
So
humiliated on
yeah, I
all the
was humiliated because I was convinced they were actually going to the Peachtree Dance. I'd lived by that for years.
Oh, I know.
Years.
We never even did a postmortem on that because there was several comments to that podcast
Yeah, no,
where
I look like a complete buffoon, you know? So now I'm hesitant to like challenge any of your theories because my confidence is completely shot, you know?
I think you're right though. I do think you're right. I just I wondered it because of the way he looks at him. It's a death stare, right? He gives death stares.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
and he gets into Buscemi, Carl earlier on. So I just wondered had he planned this out. But I think you're right. He's more reactive. He
He's
just
just
reacts.
he's just chaos on a fucking body and he's just
No, but
reacting.
right. But none of his movements are chaotic. His personality isn't chaotic.
Right.
He
Right.
keeps under control and cool as a cucumber.
Right.
But he's just gonna do whatever it takes to.
Whatever it takes at that particular moment, if that means killing an entire room full of people, he's going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, all right. So we got, so we'll take care of this right here in Brainerd, Louis Anderson. So this is
Oh,
where,
but
Mark,
what
huh?
about the daddy? Oh, daddy. No,
Oh yeah. When he kills the cop.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't, cause you know why? Cause Carl Showalter's not a psychopath. He's just a criminal
exactly.
and
Yeah.
he's not into, you know, killing people and stuff. So enter Francis McDormand. You gotta love Norm, son of a Gunderson. You know, I mean, such a different character from anything he's ever played. Just a sweet guy, you know? Towards the end of the movie, because I watched it with Rafe, so he hadn't seen it before. So
Okay.
he very positive reaction. He really liked it a lot. He laughed at all. This kid just gets movies, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can't do that with Dean. Unfortunately, he's just not interested. Rafe gets it. So he was watching it. We were just laughing at Norm, son of a Gunderson. And then him and I said, like, at the end, when it's just Norm and Marge just talking in bed, I'm like, if I'm not feeling well and like I need a little comfort, kind of want to like slip in the bed with Norm and Marge. No funny business or anything, but just like Norm and then Marge and then me, like just watching the Tonight Show. Again, I could do that,
Well,
as easily as I could with the hookers.
or a nature program about the dung beetle.
Yeah, right. Right. They're watching. Yeah. And I would love to congratulate Norm on his stamp, his 3-cent stamp and his mallard and, all of it. And I'm feeling, if I had the Sunday night blues, obviously, I get the Sunday night blues really bad.
Yeah.
If it was Sunday night and I squeeze in there, I think I'd be comforted.
Do we need to explain what the Sunday Night Blues are, or everyone just knows what that is?
I think everybody, like some people call them the Sunday scaries. Have you heard that expression?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a known thing. The Sunday scaries, Sunday night blues. I suffer from it, I believe, much more extreme than your average person.
You know what's a good cure for the Sunday scaries and Sunday Night Blues?
Mm.
Just having a bunch of cocktails on Sunday night and like doing something fun.
Yeah.
The problem with that is the Monday morning becomes
Hangover.
becomes 10 times worse than the Sunday Night Blues.
Right.
Because you're just in a sheer, and I mean sheer panic.
Yeah. I don't even think I can enjoy myself on Sunday nights if I go out.
Right.
Like, I don't even think I could, I see people going out on Sunday nights. When I was a kid, my mom used to go dancing. She'd go dancing on Sunday nights. Like,
Right.
what are you doing? Like, I couldn't. You said, hey, let's go dancing on Sunday night. Fuck you. You
Right.
crazy? Do you not even know me at all? Never happened. You'll find me in one place.
Yeah.
In my bed.
Just shivering.
7 o'clock, possibly. Except if there's Sunday night football on.
So, Marge, first of all, or not first of all, but how many minutes into the movie are we?
I don't know. I think are we halfway through almost, or
A
third of the way through, maybe?
A third of the way
Third?
through.
Yeah.
And that's when we meet the star of the movie.
Right.
That's kind of crazy. And she won
Very
Best Actress.
Right.
Nuts.
I think, I saw right away when she goes to meet Lou, her little, sidekick sheriff or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's doesn't seem all that bright. Kind of a dullard. But just right away, she's like, oh, geez, let me get down here and look. Oh, I think I found something. Like everything just like as soon as she gets on the scene, she's fucking popping shit together and connecting all the fucking dots. And I was like, I really watched this time. And I'm like, fuck, she's a good detective. Like, she's like, oh, look at these footprints. Looks like a big guy. Like, look at these footprints are different. Smaller guy. Think there's something here. She just keeps very casually and nonchalant. And then she's talking to Lou in the car and he says something and she's like, I'm gonna have to disagree. He's like, yeah, I put the APB out for the plates, DLR, and it's missing the rest of the numbers. So told everyone to look out for plates with DLR. She's like, I'm gonna have to disagree with your police work there, Lou. Those are dealer plates. Like a kindergarten teacher teaching us a kid about something.
And then you have like some of the iconic famous scenes, like I think I'm gonna barf. Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if our suspect was from Brainerd.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, from his footprint, he looks like a big fella.
You see something down there, Chief?
No, I just think I'm gonna barf.
Jeez. You okay, Margie?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's classic.
She's just, you're right. She's an amazing, like, detective in just
Right.
in the most basic way. And maybe it's just juxtaposed against this guy, these goons who have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just bumbling idiots. And she's like a kindergarten teacher who's the greatest detective.
But I love at the beginning, she's like, where's everybody? And he's like, well, it's cold out, Marge.
Yeah.
Like the scene, like the cops and the paramedics and all that.
Yeah.
They just left because it's too cold.
Right. Right.
Come on.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So, yeah, so Lou's an idiot. I love how many times have you just said, no way, Wade, this is my deal?
My deal.
Maybe a million times. Question for you. The safe house that Showalter and Grimswood, where they take Gene to, who arranged that safe house?
Yeah, good question.
I mean, I didn't know
I,
that
I
those guys
mean,
I know they
probably
were able to
Carl.
pull off a safe house, All
Probably Carl.
right. The interview with the girls with Marge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go. Yeah.
We're not there
Yeah.
yet.
I went to, what high school did you go to? This high, what about you? I went to this high school. Go Bears. I think it's just
We're
the
not,
most comedic. What the guy looked like? Oh, he's kind of funny looking. What about the other guy? I think he kind of looked like the Marlboro Man. Oh yeah. Or maybe it's just because he smoked Marlboros. Oh, I mean, she's getting nowhere. It's a complete waste of time talking to these girls. A complete waste of time.
I have that clip, and what I love about that, you missed a few scenes first,
Yeah.
but since you got into it, it's very lyrical, and
Yeah,
a
we
lot of the
both
movie
did.
is
She went to
lyrical.
college. Chaska, LeSueur, but I went to high school in White Bear Lake. Go Bears.
Okay. I want you to tell me what these fellas look like.
Okay.
Well, the little guy, he was kind of funny looking.
In what way?
I don't know, just funny looking.
Can you be any more specific?
Yeah. Yeah, is that useful to you?
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Amazing.
It's just like a song.
You're right. Yeah.
The back and forth with the
Yeah.
conversation and the head nodding in unison, all of
Yes.
it. It's amazing.
Very well paced. Very
Yeah.
well paced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't going scene by scene. I was just picking out things that I liked.
Well, can I
Did
bring
that's something you want to talk about?
Yeah. A couple of things. First of all, Jerry's kid. You never really think about the son. But
Scotty?
yeah.
I actually I only thought about it at the end when I'm like, okay, so this guy lost his mom, his grandfather, and his dad's in jail for having his mom kidnapped and
Yeah.
leading to his father's death.
Right. But
So,
in the middle, it's it's because kind of you get wrapped up in the insanity of this case and the you know just you get wrapped up in the story and you forget about this kid.
yeah, right.
And it's kind of heartbreaking. Like his mom has been kidnapped and his dad is sitting there
Yeah.
like a buffoon. He's responsible for it. And his
Right.
dad doesn't even fucking care. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, he pretends to care, but he doesn't.
He
And
doesn't.
it's really hard. It's hard to root for Jerry at all, but
Oh, y- yeah, no.
but I don't think you hate Jerry, especially not like as the movie goes on, you hate him more, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yes. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I don't hate him because I think he's a bad guy, even though he is a bad guy. I hate him because of his incompetence and how stupid he is. That's why I hate him. You're just a fucking moron.
right. Right. But this my point was this, I guess. Inelegantly stated because you just kind of like this guy's a bumbling moron. I hate his incompetence. But when you
Yeah.
see the effect on the kid, then you're
Right.
like, oh wow, I really hate him because he's also a sociopath. So,
Yeah.
anyways, but they do a good job of ratcheting up your hate for this guy.
Yes,
just
they do. You're
guy.
right. You're absolutely right. Yep. I agree. I
And
agree.
then so they have that scene
Yeah.
where it's like this family is so fucked.
Yeah.
And then another scene with Marge and Norm, which is the sweetest relationship you're ever going to see.
Ever.
And Marge comes back to the office and Norm has brought them lunch. He's sitting in her office
Right.
and she's got on the night crawlers and they're talking about the stamp
Yep.
and it's just they're a great couple. And
Yeah.
and all they do is eat. That's all they do.
That's all. Well, she's pregnant, so she's stuffing her face, and then he's Norm's son of the Gunderson,
Okay, but
Good guy.
but here's my question because then they go to the buffet and it's
So,
just
okay, I know what you're gonna say. Can I guess?
sure.
What in tarnation is fricassee?
Oh, no. I know fricassee,
Okay.
chicken fricassee, yeah.
Well,
It's
what is
a
that?
I forget what the context of the dish is, but it's like
Okay.
a style of chicken.
Oh,
Chicken
okay.
fricassee, yeah, I forget
All right.
what
So, okay. So, sorry, I interrupted you. So they're
no,
in the
no,
buffet. Okay. Yeah. So they're in the
wait,
buffet.
but she's piling on the food, like,
Yeah.
plates
Oh,
and he
yeah. Right.
but
Right.
but the interesting thing is he is matching her. He's not
Yeah.
pregnant. He is not pregnant.
No, I know. Right.
My question is this: is he really that hungry? Or is this one of these, "I'm gonna eat in solidarity with you," because, like when the woman's pregnant and she can't drink,
Yes.
and
Right.
so the husband doesn't drink for 9 months, alcohol?
Right.
Is it
Right.
one of those?
Yeah. It could be. It very well could be. Or maybe they just eat like that all the time.
That's what I mean. Is he an absolute glutton? Or
Yes.
or is it in solidarity because he really loves Margie and he doesn't want her to feel like she's overeating?
Both.
Yeah.
Um. All right. So then there's the phone call, right? This is before they go to the buffet. Who's on the phone? Calls Marge at 10:45 at night, which takes a little bit of guts. Mike Yanagita.
Yeah.
Now I believe that's Steve Park. Is that the actor?
I don't know.
I think he's from Fall. I think he had a small part in Falling Down, and I think was he on In Living Color?
Man, that would be a good call.
Let me
Yeah.
check on that real quick. I should start doing some research for the show.
Yeah, you're
Steve
slacking.
Park, American comedian and actor. All right, let's see. He was in Living Color in 1991 and 92. He was like the token Asian guy.
Great, great call.
And he was also in Prendergast, Falling Down with Michael Douglas, and
Yeah,
shared some scenes with Robert Duvall. And then he shows up in this thing, fucking brilliant,
yeah. So why
just
why
absolutely brilliant.
well, you think it's the middle of the night, but it's only 10:45 PM.
You're
So
right.
it's
It looks like it's the middle of the night, but he says it's 10:45. Is it too late? And it's just such
yeah,
an awkward call. And, like it wouldn't be that awkward of a call if it was at 6 p.m. But, past 10 p.m., if you don't know somebody pretty well, you probably shouldn't call.
yeah.
I mean, first
It's
of all, don't call. Okay, number one, don't call me at all. Okay, that's A. B, if you're going to, do it before 10 o'clock. I'm not saying I'm asleep because I probably don't go to bed till midnight every night,
right.
but I certainly don't want to talk to you past 10 o'clock. Not you personally, but anyone.
No, anybody. Like
Anybody.
when we get in bed and
Yeah.
Holly wants to chit chat with me, that's a no can do. That is
Right.
bad sleep hygiene. We're gonna watch something. I'm gonna listen to my AirPods,
Yeah.
and we're just getting into sleep mode. We're not
Right.
talking about your upcoming event or whatever's going on at work at 10, 11 o'clock at night.
But see, you deal with something completely different because what I have to deal with is a person that's been clicking on her keyboard all day, that you've seen it. And
Yeah.
then somehow is like a Terminator, a light switch just goes off and she's like, I'm done. And she goes to bed at 9 o'clock. So then I have a second night after that where
Right.
it's just me in solitude, watching TV, flipping through channels, reading books, listening to music, whatever. And I rotate those three mediums, to get through the nights because I don't go to bed till midnight. So I'm sitting there for 3 hours most nights by myself.
That's
Sometimes it's really good.
I mean, I would love it.
Yeah. But you see, whenever you get the extreme of something, sometimes I want somebody to talk to, just
I
for a
know
little bit.
you're different than me. You'd rather chat.
I'd rather
That's
watch
what
a TV show and just chit chat a little bit, like a second spiel conversation,
look, ship Leslie over here.
Right.
I'll go to sleep at 9. I'll ship Holly over there, and you guys can chat for a couple hours.
What if we did, like house swap,
Right.
and just filmed it and like reality showed it and just see, what that would
See
be
what happens.
like.
Oh
Yeah. I
god.
mean, Leslie's pretty regimented too. So I think you guys would fit like two peas in a pod,
Right. Yeah, but maybe that's not good. You wanna have a little
Right.
yeah.
You need a balance, right. Um,
Anyway,
okay, so Jerry calls Lundegaard, and he's like, "Hey," no, sorry, the Buscemi calls Lundegaard and
yeah.
basically says, "Circumstances have changed. You know, blood has been shed, Jerry. Blood has been
You
shed. You know, blood's been shed in Brainerd. Blah blah blah. We
Yep.
want all of the money." He's like, "Heck do you mean? Heck do you mean?" You know, like it's he just makes fun of him, and he's like, "This is what's happening," and now but Lundegaard's okay because he's like, I'm getting $1 million. All right, so I have to give him 80. Big deal. I get 900 and 20,000 or whatever. So he's hanging up the phone, and then who gets popped through is the GMAC guy. So now he's just getting hit from all sides, and that GMAC guy basically tells him, "My patience is at an end. Like we're
Right,
done. You
right.
don't have. We're on back that money. If
Yes.
you so it's just." And then I think is that when he grabs the desk calendar and just like slams it, and he's just completely unraveling at that point.
He's absolutely unraveling. The
Yep,
noose tightening
around his
around
neck. Yeah,
just I love it. It's great.
and then they go to talk to Wade and Stan Grossman because look, this is a private matter. Jerry's saying we can't call the police. Of
Right.
course, Wade's not going to deal with this alone. He's got Stan Grossman. You know, and that's where Stan Grossman probably gives one of the best lines, maybe of any movie uh, ever. We prefer to handle it that way, Jerry. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
I've done that so many times to the disappointment of somebody when I'm giving them bad news. We prefer to handle it that way,
it's how we prefer to handle it, Jerry.
right? Yeah, it's how we prefer to handle it, Jerry.
Yeah. I love it.
Um,
Great. It's awesome.
but it really gets over. But that line gets overtaken by Steve Buscemi in the next scene. Okay, which I actually have done. This I promise you, I've done it almost verbatim. When he goes in the long-term parking and then he swings out, and the guy's like, I still got to charge you the $4. He's like, I just fucking got here. Like,
Yeah.
I decided not to take the trip altogether. Like, I just need to get out, open the gate, I still got to charge you the $5. Like, you think you're some kind of authority figure?
Right.
You're some kind of big man with your big clip-on tie, and
Yeah.
he's like, these are the limits of your life, man. This little box that you're in. So
Right.
one time I get stuck. I tell the attendant, like, actually, I'm not going to park here. I forgot what happened, and they're like, all right, well, it's still like whatever. Most parking lots let you out, but this guy was not budging. I'm like, you think you're some kind of authority figure? You think you're a big man with your uniform, and these are the limits of your life, man. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You just pay the fucking money.
Wait, you didn't actually verbatim do the scene, did
Yes.
you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I wouldn't have remembered that until rewatching it.
Oh no, I picked that up from the fucking get-go. I thought that was the funniest thing. Just to yell at a parking attendant, you think you're some kind of authority.
But
You think you're some
also
kind of big man. But these are
yeah,
the limits of your life. You're
everyone
boxed in this little cage.
everyone can relate to that. I get it. Like
Right.
it's
Right.
it's a
It's
it's an amazing
frustrating. Yeah. Yeah.
it's also the battle of fucking crazy teeth guys. You got
Yeah.
dude,
Right.
you got Buscemi's teeth that are just all over the joint, and then parking attendant choppers, dude. They very long choppers. So it's just teeth on teeth.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So then Marge gets with Jerry. Just this isn't the really tense one. This is
Yeah, the first one.
first one, just them asking questions, and it kind of do you remember anything significant from that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? Oh, you're just looking for the clip.
Mr. Lundegaard,
Huh? Yeah.
could I take just a minute of your time here?
What is it all about?
Just
Huh?
look at his face.
Mind if I sit down? Carrying
She
quite a
acts
load
like
here.
a Santana.
You're the only
Just
here, Mr.
riddled with
Lundegaard?
guilt.
Nah,
Dude, his face, man. It's like he's like, what do I do here?
Right.
I didn't expect this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's like shitting his pants.
The
Fucking-
walls are closing in.
Yeah.
Mr. Lundegaard.
Brainerd.
So, you haven't had any vehicles go missing then?
Nope. No, ma'am.
Okie dokie, thanks a bunch. I'll let you get back to your paperwork then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Just his face. Like, that's what I mean. His
yeah,
acting.
right. No, it's a great performance. And so, um, she doesn't press too hard. Again, kindergarten teacher, persona,
Yep.
hasn't picked up on anything yet. That will come back a little
Right.
bit later on. So now we get into possibly one of the more uncomfortable scenes in the entire movie, right?
But certainly the most uncomfortable scene in the movie, and maybe one of the most uncomfortable scenes in the history of cinema.
Right. And I'm not talking about extreme scenes like Deliverance and, you know,
Right.
I'm talking about just character films, character actors, real people almost, if you will, in the
An
most
uncomfortable an uncomfortable scene that you could actually see could
happening.
happen in real life. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
At the Radisson, because that's where people in the Midwest go for a good meal is the Radisson.
Yeah.
And you got Mike Natagita looking good in a suit, properly dressed. So you went ahead and married Norm, son of a Gunderson. It
Yeah.
seems genuinely interested, genuinely happy. And then when he talks about his wife and he breaks down, is that after he tried to do the let me sit next to you over here, which then fully creepified the scene? I
So
forget the
there's a
order.
lot there's a lot going on. I can roll the scene if you'd like.
At least some of it. I don't,
Yeah, because it's some of the best acting you're ever gonna see
yeah,
from
right.
from Fran.
I mean, just from the way he hugs her here, like you could already tell this is going to go sideways.
Yeah.
I remembered, I always liked you.
Well, I always liked you,
I always
Here you
liked
go.
you so much.
So, Mike, should we get together another time, you think?
No, I
Back to the drink.
I'm sorry. It's, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. I should. I thought we'd have a really terrific time.
It's okay, Mike.
You were such a super lady. And then I've been so lonely.
That's brutal, man.
It's okay, Mike.
No, but the way she the way she sips her drink, like
Yeah,
she thinks he's gonna be done.
right.
He looks up and then he's not, and then she goes back down to sip it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's like some sort of protection scheme.
Yeah.
But God, I mean, it's like you can't help but laugh because he's like just super lady,
Yeah.
but it's so sad, man. It's brutal. Now I'm gonna maybe I won't blow your mind because I think you probably figured it out too.
Yeah.
But do you understand that if it was not for Mike Natagita, it would have taken a little bit longer to resolve this case?
Why? I forget why.
Because from the meeting with Mike Natagita, when she goes back to the hotel and calls the friend and
Right.
exposes him as a liar,
Yeah.
that got her thinking that even the most people that you never know that seem really nice and caring on the outside could be absolute liars. That's what prompts her to go back faster to confront Lemon.
Good point.
She knew he was lying.
Yeah.
If she thought back to it and said, you know what, something didn't seem right with him, like it didn't seem right with Mike. And so I'm going to go ahead and check this out further and expedited the investigation.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I didn't even make that connection.
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, I mean that scene is
You see the brilliance of that because it's just like one thing that's how, and maybe in crime, that's detectives catch lucky breaks or get intuitions or get things that lead to expediting the crime. I'm sure they would have got it anyway eventually, but it helped move it along. She's like, all right, then she confronts Lenegard. He's fleeing the interview.
Yeah.
And then,
well, yeah. I mean, there's still some other stuff before that, but yeah.
oh yeah, I know.
Well, what about Carl loves hookers. Okay.
Oh, he loves hookers. And I love this hooker. And let me tell you why. She's very encouraging, like she's riding on top of him and she's like, come on, where are you? You know,
Yeah.
she just sounds very matter of fact. Yeah. It's like, I hear bells. I hear bells. Like you're rocking my world. Like everything is just very formulaic with her, but she's encouraging. I mean, that's kind of what you
Yeah.
want from a hooker, I would think, right? I mean,
But what about the date earlier? Like, and what
oh,
about when they're at the like the like
oh, are
supper?
you kidding me? Is that okay? That's another thing.
Yeah.
Go to like, front row seats at a great venue to see Machine Gun Kelly, or go see Jose Feliciano in the celebrity room. Where do you think I'm going?
Yeah. I know where you're going.
I'm going to the celebrity room.
Yeah. But she looks like some kind of rare cockatoo.
She does. She has a cockatoo hairstyle
Yeah.
and some sort of toucan, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But just her faces, like her
Yeah.
movements. She's such a fucking character.
And the conversation is painful. He's just like, so how long have you been in the escort service? Oh, a couple months. Enjoy that work, do you?
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
basically, don't ask me that fucking question,
Right.
you know?
And then they cut to her. Come on. Yeah. Where
Come
you at?
on. Well, yeah, where are you? I hear bells.
Right?
It's just great. I mean, that's really encouraging,
And then fucking Shep.
And then Chef Proudfoot just comes in there, and I mean, he fucking wrecks shop.
Yeah.
I had a note earlier. I forgot to ask you: are you intimidated by Chef Proudfoot? Because I am.
I would not fuck with Shep Proudfoot.
I would never fuck with a guy like that.
Oh no, dude.
No way.
First of all, not only does he rip the hooker clean off of Carl, and
Yeah.
then says, "I'm gonna strangle you, man. I'll let you live, but I'm gonna whip you with a belt like you're a like fucking I don't know what." And then he decides to like beat the shit out of the neighbor.
He's like, you're right. No, the neighbor opens the door, like, keep it down in there, and then he just fucking like trunks him into the wall, and then just wrecks him down on the ground, and then tries to kick the hooker in the ass on the way out.
He does kick her in the ass on the way out.
Yeah, I guess he does make contact, but just kind of propels her forward a little bit.
How does Carl know that that's Shep? I thought he didn't know Shep. Shep didn't know Carl.
Great call. You think that's an inconsistency in the movie?
Yeah, I don't know. Otherwise,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how he.
that's-
I don't know how he would know that.
because he didn't know Shep.
Correct. I just got a few things left. So if there's something more specific you want to get into in the scenes, I want to jump to basically Buscemi getting shot in the face.
Yeah, Wade the hero.
Yeah,
Right?
Wade the hero comes in there, and the fact that he just shot Wade, was that necessary? I mean, I guess it was. He just had it. Buscemi's like, I'm done with all of this. I'm gonna start shooting people.
Who the fuck are you?
Right.
Who the fuck are you? Yeah.
Right. No
He's just
gene, no money. No money. No gene, no money.
money.
Right.
And then when he gets
What
shot,
about-
he's just like,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh yeah. Oh, geez. Oh, I
And-
mean, they even had to throw it in on the death scene.
Well,
You
everyone
know?
does this, geez. And then
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah.
and then he just gets just sliced up through the cheek, dude. With that
Yeah.
gunshot.
You're right. And then I mean, you could tell. I mean, that's obviously got to be extraordinarily painful. He gets in there, he busts through the fucking gate. Lundegaard comes in, and then Lundegaard opens his trunk. Did he put Wade in the trunk? No. Did he?
Yeah.
He did, huh? You never see
Yeah.
him do it. You're assuming he picks up Wade's body?
Yeah.
Mm. So, all right. So he does that. And then I think we're getting into possibly my favorite scene in the entire movie. This Mr.
Well, first
Mr.
of all,
Moore.
you forgot the bookend to the parking garage when Buscemi goes to leave. He's like, open the fucking gate.
Right.
And then they just cut to the next time you see it.
It's Lundegaard.
It's and the gate's broken and the dude's dead.
Right. Yeah, he just had
I-
it. Yeah, he was
I just love how they did that because
Yeah.
they set it up with the earlier scene with
with the earlier scene. Yeah. Yeah.
Teeth McGee.
Yeah.
But I think your favorite scene. It's another lyrical, poetic.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
there's just so much good stuff about it. But just first of all, the Western manners. Hey, Mr. Mora, hey, you have it pulled up?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play it, and then we'll dive into it.
Well,
Righto.
so I'm tending bar down there at Eklund and Swedlin's last Tuesday, and this little guy's drinking, and he says, so where can a guy find some action? I'm going crazy out there at the lake. And I says, what kind of action? And he says, woman action. What do I look like? And I says, well, what do I look like? I don't arrange that kind of thing. And he says, but I'm going crazy out there at the lake. And I says, yeah, but this ain't that kind of place. He says, oh, so I get it. So you think I'm some kind of jerk for asking, only you don't use the word jerk.
I understand.
Then he calls me a jerk, says last guy thought he's a jerk is dead now. So I don't say nothing. He says, what do you think about that? And I says, well, that don't sound like too good a deal for him then.
You got that right.
Yeah, he says, yeah, that guy's dead, and I don't mean of old age. And then he says, geez, I'm going crazy out there at the lake.
White Bear Lake?
Yeah, Mrs. Mora, she heard about the homicides down here and thought I should call it in, so I called it in. End of story.
Okay, here's the thing. First off, it isn't nothing. If it wasn't for Mr. Mora, she's not going to Moose Lake to see the Tan Sierra. That's not happening.
Right.
So it's not nothing. That's a major. Mike Natagita and Mr. Mora solved this murder. Solved these murders.
In fact, I'll go one step further.
Okay.
I would love to see a buddy cop movie starring Mike Yanagita and Mr. Mora.
Yes.
As two private detectives.
That's just absurd. But yeah, I would love that. So, my friend Doug, this was like a big bit that we used to just run that bit back and forth. First off, I'd like to go to Eklund and Swedlin's. Sounds like a cool place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the type of place where obviously you're not going to go there to get a hooker, but I wouldn't mind throwing a few back, chit-chatting with Mr. Mora,
Sure.
But, everything's just very matter of fact. And I just love, he's like, well, so we shared about the homicide. So she said I should call her in. So I called it in. That's it.
End of story.
End of story.
No, but also, like, can you imagine just being out at Moose Lake going crazy?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm just going crazy out there at the lake.
Like 3 times.
If I ever got the opportunity to meet Joel or Ethan Coen, I'd be like, guys, that scene alone, like you guys are geniuses. Yes, you got No Country for Old Men, you got all the great, other stuff. But that scene, I don't know why it's so simple, and it's just a conversation between some Midwestern guy with a funny accent and a cop. But I just think it's fucking great.
It's 2 minutes.
Yeah,
it's perfect amount of time. Yeah. It's compact.
Right. It's compact. Yeah,
it's lyrical. It's interesting. It's sing-songy.
Right.
It's like a little short song that you're like, I love this.
I love it. I want to hear it. Yeah, and I want to hear it over and over again. Especially when he says, so the guy said, the last person that said that ended up dead. What do you think about that? And he just gives a very honest answer, which is, well, it doesn't seem like too good of a deal for that guy.
Yeah.
What kind of response is that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they just end the scene with both looking up in the sky, looking up to the sky, because really what's the most important thing there is the weather.
Is the weather. And so you got the Radisson scene with Mike Natagita, and you got this one with Mr. Mora. I mean, I think those are two of the best scenes in the movie.
That's what I mean. But every scene is like pitch perfect.
It means something. Yeah, I agree with you.
I love it though. Yeah, I'm glad that you love it. It's the most fun scene in the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So then we get back to the kind of the ending sequence, and I love Buscemi comes in. You should see the other guy. He's talking.
What about the second interview at the dealership?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. Margin Lundegaard Part 2, connected through the Mike Natagita lies. Yeah. Yeah. So then she starts picking up on it, and basically ends with, he's fleeing the interview. Well, heck, I'll do a damn lot count now. Geez, you're darn tootin' if it's so damn important to you.
Do you want to see it? I have a clip.
Yeah, pull it up. But I also want to say, like, why didn't he just calmly say, you know what? You're right. Let me go check the sheets. Let me do a lot count real quick. I'll get back to you in 20 minutes. You know, if you want to wait or I can call you, you know, why not just do that? But now you're just going to flee.
Right. If you notice, this is also, it's the only scene where no Coley
Mr.
gets
Lundegaard,
snippy.
sorry to bother you again. Can I come in?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of busy here.
I understand.
Yeah.
Sir, could I talk to Mr. Gustafson? Mr. Lundegaard.
Checkmate.
Well, heck, if you wanna play games here, I'm working with you on this thing here, but okay, I'll do a damn luck count.
Sir, right now?
Yeah, right now.
Darn tootin'.
You're darn tootin'.
Yeah.
So damn important to you.
Ah, what the Christ, you know.
I'm sorry, sir.
Ah, what the Christ.
So good.
That
So
over?
good.
Hold
What's
on.
that? No, and then he's fleeing the interview. He's fleeing the interview.
No, but the thing I wanted to point out about that scene is, did you notice? He has maybe 30 to 40 trophies.
Damn
Yeah, I
important
did
to
notice
you?
that. What are those?
I don't have it. I guess it cut off.
No, you can see it in the other scene when he comes back after selling the true coat, when he's got like 30 trophies.
I mean, that's alarming. What is
Right,
going on?
Bowling trophies, maybe?
I don't know. It's like the fish tanks in the Drexel scene in True Romance.
Right.
Like the
Wide
fish
percentage
tanks do
of
that.
things. Yeah. Right.
Anyways, I love Checkmate scene. That's great. He's fleeing the interview.
You know, he's fleeing the interview, and then you get back to Buscemi coming in with the, you know, you
Yeah.
should see the other guy.
Yeah.
You know? And what's his name? You know, Grimser. He is, and when I say enthralled by that soap opera, he is enthralled.
Nobody likes TV more than Grimsrud.
When he says, when she says, the soap opera actress is like, I'm pregnant, he like, his mouth like drops open like, oh my God, this is the biggest revelation I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then Buscemi busts in, you know, I'm taking that fucking car. I got shot, you know, he explains. And then really one of the funniest lines ever. Are we square?
Yeah.
Are we square?
Yeah.
That's what you fucking mean, you fucking asshole. And that's where Grimsford's like, you know what? I'm going to fucking hack this guy up into pieces and put him in the fucking wood chip. I think it happened right there.
Well, I think you're probably right. Meanwhile, he decided just to kill fucking the wife. She's dead.
Well, because she was shrieking, you know. So he just, we smacked her around and she just ended up dying.
No, he fucking killed her. He didn't just smack her.
You think he killed her on purpose?
Yeah. He's not going to kill her by smacking her. He must have
like
strangled her or shot her or something.
Yeah. Okay.
She's dead.
All right. But he didn't know that Buscemi had gotten the money by that point. So he needed her alive. I think it happened by accident, but I really don't know.
Yeah. I mean, logically that would make sense.
Because Grimser's not an idiot. So it's like, okay, I need this person alive. I would get it if he just got sick of her and killed her knowing that Buscemi had the money, but there weren't cell phones then. So it wasn't communicated to him that he got the money. So she might still need to be alive. And he probably took a pretty big risk killing her if he indeed did do it on purpose.
He's also impulsive though. So
right.
He would calmly kill her because she's being and ruining his soap opera. Right.
Right. No, I can understand why. I can understand.
And maybe his plan all along was they're never going to get this woman alive.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. I don't know. But she's dead. Now, the wood chipper scene, who in their right mind think that was a good idea?
Just blood and DNA everywhere.
Everywhere.
Just go bury him in the snow 100 yards out or whatever. And who thinks it's a good idea to bury $920,000 or $1 million or whatever out in the snow with a little stick in it? I mean, go to a bus terminal and get a locker or put it in there, or airport, put it in there, locker there. I mean, come on, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how'd you feel about the end in terms of, it's not a prolonged action sequence. It's like,
I like war.
yeah, it's quick,
It's
efficient.
grounded. Yep.
Here's my one.
I'm police. She points to her little hat, and
Right.
she just plugs him in the leg and gives him a little kindergarten teacher talking to. She killed all these people just for a little bit of money.
Here's my question: Is this guy is a cold-blooded killer, very capable,
Yes.
uh, very resourceful. He takes care of business.
Yeah.
He kind of goes out like a punk at the end. I mean,
Oh,
she
just to flee and run?
she's like 30 yards from him. He kind of haphazardly throws a log over her way and just kind of trots out there on the ice. I mean, come on,
Well, I
man.
mean, I don't know. He's in snowshoes. How fast can you run in a foot of snow? I mean,
Do
and
something. There was trees nearby. Duck under a tree. I don't know.
he yeah.
It was a very, it seemed unguyer-like to me that
Yeah.
he
Well,
didn't have
I
a
think he was
a
just,
shot in the leg and that's it.
yeah, I think he just got caught by surprise, didn't see that happening, didn't know really what else to do. You're right. I get it. Like you would think he'd go out a little bit differently, but
Just the way his character has been built up. He's a cold-blooded
yeah,
guy,
right.
all this
But
stuff, and then he
that's
just
the big whole movie is all these really weird coincidences and interesting things
right,
happen,
right,
right?
right.
So yeah, so I did like that. I like the speech. Life's a little bit more about money, and then she gets into bed with Norm, and she's probably thinking about all the crazy shit she saw in the last 72 hours between Mike Natagita, Grimsard, Lundegaard, and she turns to Norm and says, "We have it pretty good, you know. Love you, Norm. Love you, Margie." That's where I want it. I don't want to be in the middle between Margie and Norm. That would be weird. Like just to sleep next to another guy. That's not my thing. But I would like to be on the edge and then Marge in the middle and then Norm on the other side. Do you know what I
Or
mean?
you could have like a little sidecar bed, like a roll, like a
Yeah. Right. And I like to I wouldn't mind watching nature shows with them and just getting a little, see, that's a perfect Sunday night. That would help with the Sunday night blues.
I agree. But they
Yeah.
have such a sweet relationship.
Yeah.
It's a nice juxtaposition to the
To
rest
the
of the movie.
madness and, yeah, the madness and craziness that goes on in the movie. And you're right. It's probably the sweetest relationship you'll have. You could take The Notebook, you can take Casablanca, you could take all these great love affairs and intense passions, but no one's holding a candle to Marge and Norm Gunderson,
Right.
right?
All this depravity and sociopathy and
Yeah,
psychos throughout this
right,
movie,
right,
and they're just this moral center that just
right, right.
keeps you like having faith in humanity.
Yeah,
No, it's a beautiful, beautiful relationship.
yep.
Uh, and this poor kid, man, like you said.
Scotty. Yeah, God.
Well, and even like that, the arrest of Lundegaard is pretty nondescript, but like he gets, he's trying to like jump
Oh,
out the window.
talk about going out like a little bitch. I mean,
He was
first of
street.
all, it's just they made him stupid up till the end. The cops are knocking on the door, and they're like, "Mr. Anderson." He's like, "Who?" Like he forgot the fake name that he gave him.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he tries to escape through the window, and they just drag him out in his underwear. What a punk.
Yeah.
And just awful.
Yeah. It's
And then
a
Scotty, the only silver lining is he's probably going to get a shit ton of cash.
You think Stan Grossman adopts him?
Yes, I think Stan Grossman adopts him for the purpose of transferring all of Wade's money down through Gene, who's dead, and now to Scotty, and then staying on and building the empire.
It's how we prefer to handle it,
Jerry. Yeah.
Well, it's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I can't decide between this, Big Lebowski, and No Country for Old Men. Those are my top 3 Coen Brothers movies.
Right.
And if you ask me to pick, I don't think I could.
I could.
Okay. What would you pick?
Because I would pick this because, like you said, it's almost a perfect movie. There's no fat. Every scene.
Yep.
No Country for Old Men is fucking great. Okay. And Anton Chigurh is great. And Llewellyn Moss is great. Tommy Lee Jones' character, I didn't really get what was going on. There was a few speeches in there and long conversations he had where I'm just like, all right, like if I'm watching it on cable, I'm actually like fast forwarding through that. Yeah, I know that's bad, but it's just like I don't. It doesn't vibe well with it. It just seems weird in the movie. I didn't like that. Big Lebowski, classic. I mean, it's cult film. Are you going to get any better than John Goodman in that? You're not. Peter's fucking Grimsrud is a nihilist, right?
Yep. Peter Stormare.
You're not getting better than Shut the Fuck Up, Donnie. And
Yep.
Buscemi and all that, and then fucking the Jesus. Yeah, so much shit. But again, there's some like the dream bowling scene where he's flying through the air and all, the
Yeah.
tree horns stuff, and I'm just like, all right, like I get it. You're trying to be like cool and weird and offbeat and all that. It's not like a perfect movie by any means, and neither
Right.
is No Country. No Country for Old Men's great, but it's not like close to perfection. Like you said, you said it perfectly. There's no fat to trim off of this movie.
Yeah.
Every fucking scene counts.
Yep.
So I
Well-
can make.
Well said. Well, I mean, we'll have to we'll have a nice debate with No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
About Tommy Lee Jones and some of that other stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll save it for that pod.
You got it.
This was wonderful, man.
Yep.
As a pleasure.
Same.
I'll see you on the
All
next
right,
one.
boss. I'll see you in the next one.
Love you, buddy. Bye.
Yep.